Hello YouTube, today we're going to talk about MalwareBytes. It's an anti-malware program, also anti-spam program type thing, and it quarantines. It's kind of like viruses, but it's called malware. It still can harm your computer, which usually it harms your computer more than a virus does. Virus is usually kind of sneaky. This one pretty much pops up and says, "Ha, got you," and they starts deleting stuff off your computer that you really needed. And the next thing you know, you can't restart your computer, it won't boot, your system restore's gone, that sort of thing. So today, this is what we're going to talk about is MalwareBytes. And in MalwareBytes, it's a free program. You can also pay for it, but I recommend the free one. The only difference between paid and free is the free one, you can set it up to do a time or like a schedule, so it runs it at a certain time. But that's not necessary. You can go in and start it, and then go and get a cup of coffee or leave for work for the day or whatever. It'd be fine. Let it run. It doesn't take that long. As you can see, you got a couple choices here. You can perform a quick scan, which just scans like the most vulnerable parts of your hard drive, like in your system registry, your system Windows and System 32, that sort of thing. And then you can also perform a full scan, which I recommend doing the full scan if you don't mind waiting a little longer, or if you're gonna have to go do something anyways, might as well let this run. And I recommend running this at least once a week. Once a week should be a good idea, especially if you go on the internet or if your computer is hooked to the internet, like you have DSL or cable internet. So your computer's attached to the internet 24/7, because you're constantly getting hit by people trying to come in and hack you. So it's a good program to have. So if somebody tries to threaten your computer, you can run this and get your computer cleaned up before anything major happens. Once you get the program, you want to perform a full scan. But before that, you want to do updates. So across the top, you have all these tabs. The second one's protection, which you can start a trial of the full version, which you can see the difference. But it's not really necessary to pay for it, like I said. Then the next tab is update, and you want to make sure you're up to date all the time. It'll show the last time you've updated, like I already updated it today, but I'll do it again anyways. You click for update, check for updates, click on it, it'll pop scan, you'll install any updates that you may have. But if you're already up to date, it'll just give you this little message. You can just click OK, and then you can go back to scanner and scan. But I'm going to go through the rest of the tabs here first. Then you can go to quarantine. You can see any quarantine items you may have quarantined. You can click them, delete them. You can delete them all. You can restore the one. You can restore them all. If you end up quarantining something that the computer really needed, then you can do a restore. Otherwise, you just want to delete it. And then there's a log file which shows you all the logs of how many times you ran it and potential protection and all that fun stuff. And then you have an ignore list, which you can go in and add certain programs or folders or directories that you want it to bypass. But I don't recommend this. I recommend having it scan the whole computer. You want to do a thorough scan. That's what the whole purpose of this program is for. Then the next tab is settings. You can see here that there's a bunch of settings. You can go through. I would go through them, look at them, get familiar with them. But you can leave them as defaults. There's nothing really needed to be changed. The default settings will be just fine. As you can see, everything's pretty much set the way you need it. And then you got more settings. Oh, you can delete. I've never seen this before. You can help delete locked items. So you can delete locked files, but usually that's not a good idea. But if you're a good user, if you are a guru at computers, or very good with them, like a power user, like I consider myself a power user. I use a computer a lot. I know a lot about computers. This could be a handy tool if you're trying to delete a file that Windows would normally not let you delete. But I would use that cautiously. I wouldn't just go through and start deleting stuff. Alright, and then the next one's about, which tells you a little bit about the program. You go to help, got a website. But anyways, let's go back to the first tab, scanner. So once you got your updates, you want to go back to the first tab here. You want to select full scan if you can, otherwise do quick scan. The flash scan is not available unless you pay for the program, like it says here in the description. And It's not really anything that important or exciting to run through, so I don't even bother using that one. I'm not a paid person either, so I just do full scan. Once you have that bullet next to full scan or quick scan, go ahead and click scan. It's gonna show all of your drives on your computer that are being occupied, and all you gotta do is check the box next to the ones that you want it to scan. So like by default your C drive is gonna be checked, which is gonna have your Windows operating system, and then any other drives you have plugged in, you may want to scan those as well if you have stuff stored on there, just to be safe that there's nothing on there that could be harmful to you or your computer. And then once the boxes are checked to the ones you want, go ahead and hit scan. And you don't need to scan CDs or DVDs or Blu-rays. That's not necessary. And then it'll go through here and scan your computer. It'll show all the objects that have been scanned in the objects detected, so any stuff that's bad will come up in the one below it. It'll be red also in text, like red 1 or red, some type of red number, and it shows you it tells you what kind of scan you're doing, and it shows you how long it took. So when it's all done, it'll show you how long it took and how many files were detected, how many files were scanned, how many drives were scanned, if it was a full scan or a quick scan. And then you can also pause it, like say you start this and then your kids come on and say, I gotta get on the internet, I gotta check my email. So then you can go and click pause scan, and then they can go and do their thing, and when they're done you can come back or tell them to click resume scan, and it'll resume the scan from where it left off. And if you pause it for a long time and then come back to it later, like say they went on the internet, went to Facebook and went to YouTube, watched a bunch of videos, and they came back and hit resume scan, it will go back and start over again and scan stuff to make sure that it didn't miss anything, since you've added and taken away stuff from your computer. Since you've been on the internet, information's been added to your computer, so this will go in and make sure that it's all clean before the scan's done. And then if you have to cancel it, there's an abort scan as well, which I'm going to hit abort here. And then it says, are you sure? And then you hit yes. And then a text window will pop up here showing the stuff to scan, telling you how long it's been, all that fun stuff. You can save these files if you want. I don't, but sometimes it's handy because then you can go back and see what you scanned and what you removed, just in case you need to bring something back, do like a restore if your computer starts acting funky. But I've never had a problem or an issue with this program. I don't bother saving these, but you can if you want. So I'm just going to close that window. And then it tells you the scan was aborted, no malicious items were detected. Now if there were stuff that detected malicious items, it would pop up and tell you that, and then there would be boxes on the left. You can check them. By default they are checked, and then you just hit remove or clean. It either says remove or clean, I can't remember at the moment. You click that, it'll go through and clean them all, and then sometimes it says it can't be removed unless you restart. So do you want to do it on a restart? You want to hit yes, and then you're going to want to restart the computer immediately after that, let it restart, and then before Windows starts, this program will pop up and it'll just start scanning your computer, because there is an item on your computer that it thinks is malicious, but it was not able to remove it because it was running, and it might have been in a System32 folder or in the Windows folder, so it can't touch it because of Windows, and it's being tricked. So by scanning the computer before it boots into Windows, it's able to clean out those items. So it's a pretty neat feature in the program. There's not many programs that do that, but this is one of them. And then if you do cancel it or you have stuff removed, you can go ahead and hit main menu. It'll bring you back to your main screen here, to the scanner tab, and you're pretty much done. You can hit exit or the red X. It's up to you, and it closes the program. And that's it. And I recommend running that once a week. To download it, I'll put a link in the description, and also if you go to Google, type in Malware, so M-A-L-W-A-R-E, and then Bytes, all is one word, B-Y-T-E-S, like it pops up here in Google search. If it does, click on it, and then you want to you can download it from their website, but I recommend downloading it from CNET's site, which is download.com or download.cnet.com. They have a lot of great downloads, and I recommend downloading from there. It's a little bit faster, and it's a cleaner to find. It's a cleaner website, so it's easier to find the download you're looking for. Or you can do File Hippo, which is a good one too, which is down the next one down. But here we're gonna go to CNET's one. Click on that, and there's a Download Now button. You click that, download it, install it, and use it. And like I said, run it, and it won't hurt your computer if you run a little extra. So have fun with it, and I'll talk to you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and thumbs up on the video if you like it. Have a good day.